For a long time, I wanted to do sort of a Prince and the Pauper type story where a girl from a very rich family would trade places with someone from a poor family. And I thought of that book for years before I ever started writing it, and I couldn't quite get how this would work. An exchange program, perhaps. I thought maybe that would be the way to go about it. But it wasn't gelling for me until there was a coal mine accident near Buchanan, West Virginia, where my husband had grown up. And my editor at Delacorte wrote me, and because all of my boys versus girls books take place in a fictitious town called Buckman, which is really Buchanan. And she said, we just heard about the coal mine accident near Buchanan, and I know that you are familiar with Buchanan. Would you ever think about writing a coal mine story about a coal mining family? And I'd already written one years ago called Wrestle the Mountain, and my first thought was, no, I've already done that. But then I thought, oh, that's exactly what I need for this new book I'm thinking of. Have the girl be from a coal mining family. I don't know why I felt that, I can't remember all the ins and outs, but it just seemed that it pulled everything together, and so I agreed to do it. And that's really the climax, and the one thing that made that book. So sometimes editors can just say exactly the right thing at the exact right time. But I remember when the Farmington mine blew up years ago in Farmington, West Virginia. I think it was '78. I went to the library to get a book about a coal mining family to read to my two sons. I wanted them to know what it must be like to have your father go way down in the ground and in such a dangerous job, and I couldn't find anything. So I decided to write one myself, and we went to Farmington, West Virginia, and I interviewed a miner and visited the mine, and had a lot of information and research left over from that. And then, of course, researched all over again because changes have been made in mines. But I love that book because the mama and papa in the book are my mama and papa on my paternal side, although he was not a coal miner, he was a country preacher, and she was a midwife, but their personalities are very true to the characters in the book, and I think that's the one time that I've gone against my rule of taking characters whom I know. And although they're not really the same people, it's very much my grandfather's fortitude and their love of family and their creativity in dealing with very difficult things that come through, I think, in that. I hope so.